Good evening, Master Tanaka. Good evening, friend channel, and all of you who listen to us. Master Saint Germain here, once again conveying this important message to our beloved human beings. Yesterday we were told about the glory of having free will here on this orb, on this planet Earth, and about the necessary reflections that are so important, so obvious in fact, and which often go unnoticed by you human beings who are already so used to free will and who have never lived without it. So you do not know how glorious it really is to have free will. For your information, in other orbs, beings go through a very complex process, let's say, before having an experience on a material plane. It's a process in which the being's life is defined in detail, and life is carried out exactly as planned, with very specific goals. And so the beings of the majority of our multi-universe don't have the possibility to do things differently from what was planned before their experience. Here on planet Earth, the beings of light, together with the great ascended masters many years ago, even before the Earth had its first inhabitants, defined that this planet would be a planet in which different experiences would be lived. Firstly, as we have said before, due to the mixture of different origins. Then, with the experience of having the freedom of experiencing different things, despite still having a detailed plan, which we call the reincarnation plan, that has been mentioned many times in our transmissions, in our messages. Yes, plans are made before coming, before experiencing the material plane here on planet Earth. Not only for the person himself, the human being himself, but also the people around him, the people who choose to live the experience side by side. And for the experience to be complete, God, the Ascended Masters, the great beings of light, defined the forgetfulness of this reincarnation plan, allowing each human being to choose their actions, regardless of this defined plan. Many human beings totally forget, deviate from the paths, do not even seek to follow this reincarnation plan. Many on account of falling into illusions, falling into the world of illusions on planet Earth. A world in which the search for material goods is so rooted in your being that nothing else is seen. On the other hand, many human beings, especially those who have lived through many lives, seek through all of this experience a different way to remember what was defined in the reincarnation plan, in order not to make the mistakes made in other lives. No longer to fall into the world of illusions. Increasingly, these beings with more experiences are defining themselves even physically, ways to remember the definitions made in the reincarnation plan. Hence, the difference between human beings, especially of these new generations, whom you call indigo, crystal, and other denominations, are nothing more than beings who, after many experiences, chose to have a clearer memory as far as possible from what was defined in their reincarnation plans. These beings have a widespread memory of past lives, an extensive memory compared to other human beings, because they chose this in their reincarnation plan, and therefore they chose to have different characteristics in their physical bodies, in their DNA, which brings the memory of other records of previous lives, remembering what was really planned for them. These people have chosen this, have chosen to have different characteristics so that these memories are brought up during the material plane. These special people also came with special missions. The mission to bring greater understanding to people, to human beings who also seek more information and evolution. Therefore, this is part of the reason why these new human beings come with different characteristics, and they also come with different missions. This is the case of our beloved Master Tanaka. Like our beloved Master Tanaka and many other special people distributed throughout the planet Earth. These are people who have, as we have said, access to records of other lives in their DNA. They are prepared to use these accesses to benefit humanity, to bring distinguished information to humanity. In this way, being able to awaken in human beings these memories of how to access their Christic being, how to access their memories, and make these people also follow their reincarnation plan by their free will, without impositions, without ordering people around, but rather advising, guiding them. Therefore, my beloved human beings, this message that I convey to you is intended to really reaffirm the different characteristics of our beloved Master Tanaka, to reaffirm the importance of his knowledge to all of you. Just as many years ago I transmitted this message specifically to our friend's channel, which was so beneficial for the two of them to strengthen their relationship. I, Master Saint Germain, I strongly recommend that human beings, in search of a spiritual elevation, drink from this source of differentiated knowledge, which is our Master Tanaka. Evidently, as we have said many times, each of you does have free will, and of course, we beings of light never recommend that you piously follow as slaves any human being. But if you are in search of knowledge and the awakening of your Christic beings, our beloved Master Tanaka has several significant information for this process. And yes, my beloved ones, after this awakening, we are sure that all of you will be able to really follow your paths in search of your divine truths, following your reincarnation plans, really following what each of you has defined to experience. At that point, you will have the absolute certainty that you will be following your plans and no longer following an experience at random without the memory of what was defined in your reincarnation plans. So indeed, the recommendation is that you accompany Master Tanaka to awaken your Christic beings, and from then on, you will experience a life through your free will. However, following the plan that you yourselves defined in the spiritual plane before this experience. Surely these plans will make you climb steps in this spiritual evolution. My beloved human beings, reflect on this. Hear and hear this message again. And of course, you will know what to do at the right time. Very good. I, Master Saint Germain, am sure that the message was very clear. Have a great week, everyone. So be it, so it is. It is done. Thank God.